Tricky Jesus, isn't he? I mean, you're following him and you're with him and you're on a mountainside listening to him, and then suddenly he turns around and he asks you a question which just makes your mind boggle, really. I mean, he says to them, where can we find enough food to feed these 5,000 people? And they must have looked around, and Philip says, well, even if we worked for weeks and weeks, we wouldn't have enough money to feed these people. But then Jesus didn't ask him about money. He just asked him where they could find enough food to feed these people. I heard this great story last week from the Verklempt Cafe in Wigan. They'd run this event for children. You know about Verklempt? It's like a junk food cafe where people give food and companies give food and they turn it into meals for hungry people. And they had a Christmas party. The thing was, they didn't expect so many people to turn up, and they didn't have enough presents to go round for the children. And but the leader at Verklempt, she said, let's just trust God. Let's just wait and see what happens. And amazingly, in a cupboard round the back, you wouldn't believe this, but there were some presents that social services had left because they had got more presents than they needed to give out to children. And so every child in the Verklempt Cafe got a present. Where could you find presents for all these children? It's a question that Jesus might ask. So back to Jesus and his disciples on the mountainside with these great crowds of people. And he tells the disciples, where can we find enough food to feed these people? And of course it's Peter, and he goes and he finds the little boy with just one bit of bread and a couple of bits of fish, and he gets them to get the people to sit down in groups of 50. And then Jesus looks up to his Father in heaven and he thanks him for the little that they have. I wonder how often we thank Jesus for the little that we've got. And we know the story well, don't we? Jesus gives this little bit of bread to the disciples. He gives them a little bit each, and they take it out to the people, and everybody is fed, and there's enough food to go round. You see, Jesus didn't just make a great big mound of bread that the disciples took out. He gave each disciple a little bit of bread, and they took it out, and as they took it out, it was multiplied. You see, we can't just be people, disciples of Jesus, who come to church and sit in rows and receive lots of things, good teaching. We sing hymns, we say prayers, we even receive the communion. We have to be people who take out what we have and offer it to others, the little bit that we have. Because when we take it out, then Jesus does something amazing. He multiplies it through us. So the challenge this week is to take the little we have and to take it out and offer it to others. What will you take and what will you offer? Maybe even from going to church or even from this core group meeting. What will you be bold to take out and watch what Jesus will do with it, because he will multiply it.